Hey Libra, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot and welcome to your new reading for April. Let me start by saying thank you so much for being patient as I get these readings out to you guys. The beginning of April has been a little nutsos for me. I ended up getting crazy sick and couldn't get through the videos. And now you'll notice I'm in a different place, so I'm actually not at home right now. So I will be away for a little bit. Next week's videos will probably also be filmed here, so just grateful that you guys are flexible and willing to let me be all over the place sometimes. But I'm feeling better, so let's get into your reading. House rules still apply. This will be a general read for all Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. My only ask is that you take these readings as they resonate. Don't try to force anything. If something doesn't fit, just leave it on the table and take the rest. I'm going to grab that. There we go. I knew something else was coming. We're going to get a few more. My lovely Libras. I hope you are all doing well. Oop. There we go. I say we take those. Hey! That's a good one to finish on. Where do I want to put this? Let's put it over there. Put you out of the way. Put it there. Libras. Can you see those? You can kind of see those. I'm getting used to this new angle. I'm like, where are we going with all of these? Ha 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 ha. Alright, that looks good. Alright, my lovely friends. Let's get into this. So, I will say, kind of right out the gate, things are looking pretty good. So first card you have out is Sleeping Beauty's Dream. Honestly, it actually is a nice card. It looks like it could be a little eerie in a way, but it's a great card. It's a card of journeying, right? So thinking of, I mean, granted you could put this in any fairy tale, but you know, it brings up ideas of, you know, saving the princess and going on a quest and all of that type of stuff. So it is a bit of a soul journey and finding some inner power. Some of you in the dream space, so you could be getting dreams, but this is really tapping into your imagination. So some of you guys could just be feeling really creative now, or just kind of lost in daydreams. Not a bad thing. I would say if you are kind of having that almost kind of escapist, kind of fantasy dream life going on, whether it's waking or in your sleeping hours, be really aware of where your mind starts to wander. Be aware of where it starts to go. Because I would say you probably will get a lot of inspiration by really seeing what is it about that place or that experience that is drawing you to it, what you gain from it, you know, why you would be in such a place. So be very, very aware of that type of energy, especially when this card shows up, because there is some part of your spiritual journey that is being reflected in that, in a way. We also have the Art of Seduction. Now this card I usually take pretty literally, so you guys are looking pretty good right now. And this doesn't have to be necessarily just attracting romance and love. Is it? Is that part of this card? Totally. So if you guys are out there looking for new love or trying to go on dates and get people's attention, you honestly are very charismatic right now. You're a beautiful sign and great sign of, you know, focused on relationships and bringing harmony. So kind of a natural thing for you, whether you're looking for it or not. It kind of just finds its way to you anyway. But this is a great moment for attracting anything you're going after. So whether this is work opportunities, you know, financial opportunities, love and romance, you know, just connections in general, whether they be platonic, romantic, anything. But you are in a great place to attract. And you're kind of in that flow already. So even more so, be really aware of the energy and the things that pop up in dreams or in daydreaming, because again, that's probably giving you a little insight into what it is you're pulling towards you. So good thing to definitely focus on, at least focus in a way where you have, you know, have it kind of playing in the back of, you know, back of your mind. Then we have this card, which actually doesn't come up very often, so I'm actually kind of excited to see it. The Under My Umbrella card has I don't want to say mixed meanings, but it can mean a couple things. So it does carry some protective energy, but it also does have energies kind of about friendship and partnership, being very compassionate. There may be maybe a need to nurture something with this card. With this card, I feel like this is kind of a side quest for you. Like, here's your main quest, right? What your goals are, what we're manifesting, what we're bringing in. This particular Under My Umbrella card feels a little side questy. I'll be interested to see if this pops up when we get to the tarot. But I feel like this is more so, it's almost kind of like you're the guy with the umbrella. I feel like there's someone in your circle that you are kind of trying to protect or trying to shield from something or help with something. Oh, I keep getting one example, but I kind of don't want to talk about it, just because it's kind of personal and it's not about me, so I don't want to be putting someone's stuff out there. But it definitely feels like, Libras, there could be someone, for those of you that connect to this message anyway, it feels like there may be, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It feels like there may be like a little side quest going on in your life where you feel the need to be protective of someone or protect or shield someone from something. And it does feel like a good thing. It doesn't feel like it'll be like obtrusive or destructive or cost you anything. Like, it doesn't feel like the effort is in vain. It feels good, but it's just, I feel like that's coming through because it feels like maybe when you're looking at this, it feels like it's a detour and it takes away from this. It doesn't. It's just kind of happening at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, it's not that all of this has to be dropped for you to address this. It's just you kind of have two storylines playing out in this one moment. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Something that maybe we just kind of have to deal with and go through, but not a bad thing. And then this last card out here, we have the Gift. This is, again, part of your main storyline. So this is rewards, but there's also this kind of energy of like whimsy and curiosity and kind of playfulness in this gift card. And the reason I bring that up is because you start off with this very kind of escapist dream world that, again, is trying to, highlight some things or has the possibility to showcase what's going on in the subconscious for you. So it's kind of like we start in this dream and then we're rewarded with this really playful, whimsical energy. I almost want to do this, kind of knowing this is kind of what's going on in April as we move along, and then we kind of just have this little thing happening on the side with the Under My Umbrella card. Let's move these up a little bit so we have a little more space. How about that? There we go. That looks good. Libras. I'm really interested about this Under My Umbrella. I'm hoping that comes up in the cards. If not, I think we might just pull cards specifically for it if it doesn't show up naturally. It might be better to do it separately anyway. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what they decide to show us, but interesting. Yes! Oh my goodness. Oh, what is that? Yep, look at that. First card's out. Chariot and the Queen of Wands. That is such a weird angle for my hand. There we go. Chariot and the Queen of Wands. So progress, moving forward, success, victory, along with the Queen of Wands, who is also a master manifester and very attractive, very seductive. So again, confirming, one, this success and victory as you move forward, right? We're going to pick up some momentum this month. We love that. And then this Queen of Wands, again, whatever it is you've been dreaming of, longing for, you are calling it in. Some of you may even actually already be seeing some of this. You're like, yeah, I've totally had opportunities pop up this month. See, this is why I like to do these readings earlier, but just wasn't in the cards, so to speak. All right, let's see what this bad boy is. 5 of Pentacles. And it fell out right next to this Under My Umbrella card. It was up here. So I don't think this is you. If this is you, we'll go a little deeper. But this is an energy of feeling unsupported, outcast, left with no help. Feeling like even if you asked for help, people would just slam their doors in your face. That may be why this Under My Umbrella card feels so heavy. Like, if this is you, it's kind of like that. Really? Why I gotta do this all on my own? Why am I the only one here? Why me? Ooh. 6 of Cups. So we may be dealing... Oh, that was a quick jump. I feel like we got 2 cards that talked about the main storyline. But the card, they were like, it's all good. Things are good happening. We're going to talk about this now. So 6 of Cups, yes, is a card of your past. So this could be someone from your childhood. This could be family. Someone you knew when you were really young. And either maybe you feel left out from this person. Maybe they kind of broke ties and you're trying to reach out. Or again, like we were saying first, you maybe feel the need to help this person. And it just feels like you're the only one. And it may be that the job required, the job required is going to require more than you, but it's like, I'm the only one showing up. Everyone knew to show up on this day at this time, and I'm the only one here. That got a lot of attention, didn't it? All right. Okay, so 3 of Swords, definitely got a lot of emotional pain going on. And then we have the Page of Cups and the Devil card. So the Devil, straight out the gate, talks about addictive behaviors. So, I have a Libra friend who I know is watching this right now, and I know you know exactly what I'm thinking. So, that's just for you. Everyone else, sorry about it, that was an interlude. But... So Page of Cups, let's just break these down. So Page of Cups, again, kind of echoing that this could be someone from your past. Definitely maybe about someone who's younger than you, knowing that this is a page. I would even argue if something is going on, it may have to do with addictive behaviors and patterns. Doesn't necessarily have to be addiction, like when we think about like drugs and alcohol and all of that kind of stuff. But it can also just be addictive behaviors, cycles, things that they're repeating that, hopefully they know is harmful for themselves, because that awareness will help them to break it, but you for sure are aware of it. So someone might be going through something, and you possibly being the only one who sees how dangerous it is, the only one seeing, the urgency of the situation. I'll leave it at that. And I think that's why this 3 of Swords is coming up. I think that brings a lot of pain to you, where you think other people should be involved, or honestly, maybe that this isn't something you're supposed to be doing. Maybe there are other people more capable. They're just not showing up, right? Like I said, everyone knew this was happening. Everyone saw the calendar alert. Yet, come the moment, you're the only one who's there, Libra. And honestly, when I look at these cards, the only thing that I really see that's heavy is the emotional space. It really is the emotional space. So I don't necessarily see... I don't see so much resistance from the other person, right? Because they're showing up, probably a little naive, fully not in control of themselves, right, with this Devil card. But I don't necessarily see them being really combative, right? And we're just going to go real basic and use the example of addiction. I don't necessarily see them fighting. They're just kind of doing their thing, and it's just that no one is intervening, right? Because again, all these people aren't showing up, and that's what's causing you so much pain, because maybe you're not in the best position to do something, for whatever reason. Maybe you're far removed from the person or the place where this is happening, so it might be a long distance thing. Take it as it resonates for the individuals. But it does feel like someone in your, doesn't even have to be family, like someone that, like I said, may probably will be younger than you, that maybe it's just going down a wonky path and you just want to cut them off before they go too far. And it just feels like you're the only one kind of there, We also have this Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the work also isn't being done. So again, confirming that nothing's being done about it. Everyone's just kind of letting this happen, knowing it's not good, knowing it could end poorly. And you're like the only one that's like, why aren't we stopping anything? Why aren't we stopping anything? Okay, what should we do here? Libra, I'm so sorry. I wish we could talk more about this, but literally, honestly, everything in your life is on an upswing. Like, I don't want to make this reading so heavy, but like, legit, with the Chariot and the Queen of Wands, you are really manifesting on a very high level. I will say I do think you're going to see things popping up in April, so I wouldn't be too hard on that. We have here the Queen of Swords. Very, very discerning energy. Also quite cold. I think it's the coldness that strikes me the most. Because I think this, especially with these two, with this Three of Swords, with all this pain and this burden and this sadness you might possibly be carrying around, the way you're going to cope is probably adopting the energy of the Queen of Swords, which, you know, is cold and does, you know, cut off the emotional circuit in a way, right? Because Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily value emotions. She can't do much with them. They just make you all whiny and sentimental when she's trying to get the job done. I will say with that energy, be very cautious how far you go with that. Because if you cut off emotions, you're not only cutting off the good, you also, or the bad, you're also cutting off the good. And I want to keep you in that Queen of Wands energy. So I understand needing Queen of Swords because that will help to protect you, right? Because we don't want you to get so emotional that you become, you know, hyper-reactive. You know, you want to be able to respond to things, but not necessarily react, right? Because there's a big difference there. Yes. Okay. So you'll notice that card totally knocked that Chariot card off, right? You saw that. Four of Swords. So literally what I was just talking about. You will need to take physical rest this month. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to take like a whole week off or anything dramatic like that. But make sure you find some time just to rest and recover. Because I think your emotional body is really going to go through it this month. And I'd like really going to go through it. And there are going to be times that you're going to have to shut that part of you down here with this Queen of Swords just to cope and control yourself, right? But you don't want to completely step into that Queen of Swords energy. So along with the discerning, you know, of what's best for you, you also want to discern, you know, what's too far and cut that off. That's where this Four of Swords comes in, right? This is me time. So there may be times where you have to like turn the emotions off so you can get some things done and just be able to work through something and kind of just wrap it up, put it in a bow and ship it out, right? But after that, make sure you take time to rest and kind of, I honestly, I feel like this will be you kind of cutting yourself off for, you know, even if it's just one day. You know, I'm not going to get on the phone. I'm not answering your calls. You know, I'm not going to text anybody. I don't want to hang out. I just kind of want to, I'm going to sit on the sofa, open a pint of Ben & Jerry's and just Netflix it all day. Right? You know, whatever your me time looks like. You know, no judgment here. But you need this energy, one, to make sure we don't lose our sanity, right? With this bottom row. We don't want to lose our sanity. It also helps to reset us for those moments when we need to be in Queen of Swords. We just want to be there for that moment and then check out and come back to this Queen of Wands, because this is where you're manifesting. If you head this direction and stay in this Queen of Wands, in this Queen of Swords, right? And I get why you'd want to be here. It cuts off the feeling. It cuts off, you know, the care and the desire to fix this. You know, it cuts off the feeling of being unsupported and alone in something, the pain, the hurt. It cuts out all of that. You don't feel that. You just kind of put it in a box and bury it and, you know, I'll deal with it another day. I just don't have time right now. So I get how this is positive in a sense. Or maybe not positive. That's not the word I want to use. At least it, you know, it allows you to get the task at hand done. That's where it's helpful, right? Because if something has to be done and the emotions are getting in the way, it's good to have this energy be like, you know what, I just gotta yes, no, makes everything black and white just so you can get it done and be over with it. That's where it's helpful. But you don't want to sit here because this particular energy, not going to be great to attract, right? This queen's got her sword pointed at everyone. No one wants to get close to her. no one wants to get close to her, right? It takes a really brave, courageous soul to step up to the Queen of Swords when she's when she's really activated. You want to come back to this Queen of Wands because, like I said, you are attracting a lot of things. And even, we have here, we're attracting the gift, right? So you are manifesting, and you're manifesting some beautiful, beautiful things. So that's where this Four of Swords comes in, to make sure you kind of reset your vibe and reset your energy. I feel like I just want to do one more, and then we'll wrap up your reading. So like I said, I know most of this reading was talking about this side thing. I think the only reason it's coming up so much in this reading is because if we don't kind of know when to turn that on and turn that off, and how to compartmentalize and focus our time and our energy, that side quest becomes the main quest, and then that messes up all the abundance that's coming to you, Libra. So I know I spent a lot of time talking about that particular facet. I promise you that is not the highlight, that's not the main part of your month. But if we let that become the main part, it ruins what is coming to us, all right? So just keep that in mind. Yep, look at that. Eight of Cups. So I'm gonna leave that as your outcome. And look, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So again, another confirmation of this gift, right? So this could be work, this could be abundance, this could be money coming your way. It's coming. It is coming. So let me echo that. This really is your reading. The Chariot and the Queen of Wands. Super simple, super short, and straight to the point. That's the meat of April. There's just this thing that's playing out for some of you on the side that may derail you and may take some energy, and you got to take a little, let me step away from this, handle this, and come back. This is a small part of your month, but it can reshape things if we let it. That's why this Eight of Cups is here, right? Because the Eight of Cups tells us we need to walk away from something. If we've gone as far as we can possibly go in a particular course of action, do what you can. If you keep hitting a wall, that's when, you know what? Okay, I have to let this go for my own sanity, for my own abundance. It's not worth destroying what I'm working on to deal with this, right? So you may come up to this moment where you need to kind of Eight of Cups somebody or something, or whatever it is. So another thing to be aware of, not necessarily a bad thing though, not necessarily a bad thing, but there will be a moment where I think you do kind of have to let some stuff go. But really, on the whole, lots of good abundance coming to you. But again, be really aware of that dream space, because I think you're going to be getting a lot of downloads and a lot of inspiration through them. All right, my lovely Libras, thank you as always for all your love and support. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know how it resonated. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when your next reading pops up. And as always, stay safe, take care, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye, Libra.